Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Amazing Adventures Omnibus. This released like a couple weeks ago at this point. I actually wanted to enjoy this collection of just stories in here, so I actually read like only 2 of them a day, and I wanted to wait till I was finished to review, reading all of it to review it for you guys, which I don't normally do for omnibuses, but I'm a huge fan of the 2012 Ninja Turtles show. That is the one I grew up with. I was the 2003 one. I was born in 2003, so it meant nothing to me. I wasn't there for the 80s one, and I wasn't there for any of the other various series. I did watch Rise, but not as it aired, though. 2012, I love that show. I think it's the best iteration of the Turtles for my money. I understand if you disagree, because everybody has a different one depending on which one they grew up with. But this comic omnibus is running for about $20, and it includes 14 issues and the Robot Mutanimals miniseries. So, to be honest, this is an okay collection of stories, right? It's a great deal for what you're getting, like 14 issues of comics and a miniseries, and there's little other stuff in here that I won't spoil. But, like, for what, I don't feel like any of the stories added to the 2012 series in any way. Like, they're very goofy. Most of them are just simple, like, punchlines and jokes, like, where you read it, it tells a little bit of a story, you have a little laugh, and then it's over. There's not really anything major to these stories. I don't know how much you could have added to that show. And then some of these are just straight up bad. Like, I don't like seeing the frog people from that terrible season 3 episode where Napoleon Dynamite guest stars as a frog. That was a terrible episode, worst episode of the series. And he comes back in one of these stories. Actually, a couple of these. Shit, don't want to see that. There's one where, like, Leonardo's, like, having tea time with a girl. Like, a little girl. That's, like, okay. Like, I don't like that story. But there's some fun ones in here. I think all of them are kind of enjoyable. Even the ones I mentioned that are kind of lame. They're okay. So if you love the 2012 series, it's worth checking out. Especially for what you're getting. Like, there's a lot of stuff in here. It doesn't even look like it because how thin this is. I mean, it's thick, but it's also thin. But there is a lot in here. And it is a great fun time to read. Because I read through this pretty quick. It took me about a week to read this. I read 2 stories a day. And it was a lot of fun. So let me know your thoughts. Like, share, and subscribe.